Well, hi everybody, and thank you again for being part of the Frye Art Museum's online community. My name is Carmen Ficarra. I'm one of the teaching artists with the museum's Creative Aging program, and part of my involvement with that program is I get to lead a sing-along once in a while. And we've been posting those virtually here for the past few months, and that's what we're going to do again today. I like to do old songs, and I like to, when possible, kind of collect them as part of a theme. And with the weather changing, I thought that this time around our theme would be songs of spring. So I think they're going to be songs that you'll recognize, and I'm going to have the words there at the bottom of the screen. So hopefully you'll enjoy the music and you'll sing along too. Okay, so for our first song of spring, I've chosen a love song. So we tend to think of this season as a season of love. Although really there are autumn love songs and summer love songs and winter love songs. And the way I see it, love is kind of a year-round proposition. But anyway, here we go. Spring is the season of love. And this first song is Tea for Two. It's one of my favorites. It was written in 1924. The music was by a fellow named Vincent Yeomans, who collaborated with a lot of good writers, Oscar Hammerstein and Gus Kahn and Ira Gershwin. And the lyrics were by Irving Caesar, who wrote a bunch of songs that you might recognize. One of them was Animal Crackers in My Soup, which Shirley Temple made famous. So anyway, Tea for Two comes from a 1924 Broadway musical that they wrote the music for called No No Nanette. And that name might be familiar to you. No No Nanette has had a bunch of revivals. It's turned up on Broadway a couple of times. It shows up in local theater once in a while. And it kind of resembles like a television sitcom of today. It takes three couples who are sharing a beach house in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And of course, all sorts of mayhem and things like that happen. And just in case you think that it's only today's entertainment industry that tends to take the same idea and rework it over and over again, Yeomans, who wrote the music for this, also did music for a show called La La Lucille and Yes Yes Yvette, in addition to this No No Nanette. So there's the entertainment industry for you. Okay, here we go. Tea for Two. Sing along. Have fun. Picture you upon my knee, just tea for two and two for tea. Me for you and you for me alone. Nobody near us to see us or hear us. No friends or relations on weekend vacations. We won't have it known that we own a telephone. Day will break and I will wake so I can bake sugar cake for you to take to everyone to see. We can raise a family, a girl for you and a boy for me. Think of oh how happy we can be. Boy for you and a girl for me. Think of oh how happy we will be. Tea for two and two for tea. Okay, our second song of spring is definitely an American classic, and it has something to do with one of my favorite things ever, which is baseball. I don't know if you can see that from there. This is a ball that was signed by Mickey Mantle, who was one of the great ball players of all time. He was also one of my boyhood heroes. So This is definitely a personal treasure. So this song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, was written in 1908 by a fellow named Jack Norworth. Well, he wrote the words that everybody knows. And the music was written by Albert von Tilzer. And I'm just going to say, remember that name. Turns out Norworth had never been to a baseball game before. He was on a train one day and he kept seeing signs that said baseball game today, baseball game today. And the train was full of people who were on their way to the game. And he thought, well, this might be a good thing to write about. So we all know the words that we sing at ball games, at the seventh inning stretch, take me out to the ball game and so on. But the song actually has two verses. And Norworth came up with a story about a woman named Katie Casey, who was a huge baseball fan. And as the story of the song goes, her boyfriend comes to see her one Saturday and says, hey, come on, I'll take you to a show tonight. And she says, no, I don't want to go to a show, but what you can do is take me out to the ball game. So here you go, sing along. And if you haven't heard the two verses of this song too, this will be fun for you. Katie Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad, just to root for the hometown crew. Every Sue Katie blew on a Saturday. Her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. But I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Well, it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all of the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong, when the score was just 2-2. Katie Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys that she knew. She made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of the old ball game. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Okay, so before we go on to our third song, I just wanted to point out one more thing about Take Me Out to the Ball Game. The fellow who wrote the words, Jack Norworth, turns out that he didn't go to his first baseball game until 1940. That's like 32 years after he wrote the song. So I can only hope that somebody bought him a ticket, considering that his words are just about as immortal as anybody who ever played the game. Okay, so for our third song of spring, I'm going to pick another love song. This is Apple Blossom Time. It was written in 1920. And the words were by a fellow named Neville Fleeson, and the music was written by Albert von Tilzer, whose name you might recognize because he's the fellow who wrote the music to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So Apple Blossom Time, you recognize it. It's been recorded by a lot of people. There's a great version by the Andrews Sisters with those beautiful harmonies of theirs. If you haven't heard that in a while, when you're done here, you might want to go check that out. I tend to think of apples as a part of the fall, but as it turns out that Apple Blossom Time does refer to the spring. Some apple trees begin blossoming even as late as February, early March. And it tends to be a time where people get married. I have one of my another personal artifacts here is a picture of my parents who got married in May of 1952. So they're an apple blossom time couple. And so anyway, words are going to be on the screen. Please follow along. Apple blossom time. I'll be with you in apple blossom time. I'll be with you to change your name to mine. One day in May, I'll come and say, happy the bride that the sun shines on today. What a wonderful wedding there will be. What a wonderful day for you and me. Church bells will chime and you will be mine in apple blossom time. I'll be with you in apple blossom time. I'll be with you to change your name to mine. One day in May, I'll come and say, happy the bride that the sun shines on today. What a wonderful wedding there will be. What a wonderful day for you and me. Church bells will chime and you will be mine in apple blossom time. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us, and check out our other virtual Singalongs, and talk to you soon.